Welcome back. And in some national news, the Congress plenary session in Burari is fast turning out to be a plank for launching counter-offensives against the opposition. Congress President Sonia Gandhi launched a fierce attack on the BJP today while defending the corruption charges against her party. And touching upon the sensitive issue of Hindu or right-wing terrorism, she reiterated the Congress position that fundamentalism in any form was unacceptable. She maintained that instigating communal disharmony by either the majority or the minority was dangerous and needs urgent attention.
कांग्रेस पार्टी की निगाह में सांप्रदायिकता और उससे जुड़े आतंकवादी काम, चाहे वे मेजॉरिटी संगठनों के हो या माइनॉरिटी के, दोनों में कोई फर्क नहीं है। दोनों ही खतरनाक है और वे खत्म होने ही चाहिए।
Well, meanwhile, senior Congress leader Digvijay Singh went a step further, attacking the RSS and accusing Advani of creating a divide between Hindus and Muslims, comparing the BJP-RSS combine to the Nazis. He claimed that the Rath Yatra led by L.K. Advani was glazed with hatred and was the source of tension between religious communities.
ये बाबरी मस्जिद का जो डिमोलिशन हुआ, जो उसकी शहादत हुई, ये सबसे बड़ा इतिहास का धब्बा हमारे देश पर है। मैं तो इस बात को दावे के साथ कहता रहा हूं कि देश भर में जो आतंकवाद फैला है, उसकी जड़ में श्री लाल कृष्ण आडवाणी जी की रथ यात्रा जो निकली, उसी के बाद से जाकर हिंदू और मुसलमानों में जो खाई पैदा हुई है, ये उसकी जड़ में है।
Well, the Congress president also took on the BJP, citing the land scam charges in Karnataka against Yediyurappa. She fired back at the BJP for not acting against the corrupt. Meanwhile, milking the Raja saga, she claimed that the Congress was making the guilty pay by asking the tainted minister to step down. Meanwhile, Sonia Gandhi asked her party to fight corruption and laid out an elaborate 4-point plan.
There should be no tolerance for corruption or misconduct. We have demonstrated this through our action throughout. Even when no charge has been established, we have asked our ministers, we have asked our chief ministers to step down pending inquiry. Now I want to know and I want to ask you, how many other parties can make such a claim? Can the BJP make such a claim? Can the BJP do so in regard to Karnataka, where corruption is rampant, or in other states, in other BJP states, or for that matter, in leftist states?
Well, meanwhile, facing the ghosts of the winter session washout, the Congress president charged the opposition for holding the parliament hostage to political blackmail. She also launched an attack on the opposition parties for targeting the Prime Minister and called upon the party cadres to support their leader.
उन प्रदेशों में जहां हम सरकार में नहीं है, एक नई परिस्थिति पैदा हुई है। हमारी सरकार यहां दिल्ली से डॉक्टर प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में बिना किसी भेदभाव के सभी प्रदेशों को इतना आर्थिक सहायता दे रही है जितना पहले कभी नहीं दिया, कभी नहीं मिला। तो वहां पर हमारे पार्टी कार्यकर्ताओं का यह कर्तव्य है कि वे निगरानी रखें, जिससे यह धन उन लोगों तक जरूर पहुंचे जिनके लिए भेजा गया है। वे लोगों को अपनी यूपीए सरकार की उस भूमिका की जानकारी दे कि किस तरह उसने इन योजनाओं के लिए पैसा की व्यवस्था की है और राज्यों को भेजा है। उन्हें विपक्ष की ऐसी किसी भी कोशिश का खंडन करना चाहिए जब वे लोगों को भ्रमित करके स्वयं इसका श्रेय लेना चाहते हैं।
And while the Congress President Sonia Gandhi was sending out a strong message to the BJP, the Iron Man Advani was here in the city today. He said that the last two sessions of the parliament were witness to the government's failures. He lambasted the government over the scams that made headlines and the rising inflation taking a toll on the common man.
that the last two sessions, in the last session of the monsoon session of Parliament, the problem of inflation was highlighted, and this winter session which has just ended, the issue of corruption has been highlighted, and in both cases, there are problems which even the Commonwealth feels very much miserable about. And therefore, unless the whole political system is able to combat it effectively, there will be no peace in the country.
Now, it's an NDTV Hindu impact. Last week, we had aired a story of how a student was refused jobs over a bizarre reason of overqualification. Now, the Deputy Chief Minister himself, M.K. Stalin, immediately took note of the story and offered him a job of his choice. Here's a story of a dream run of Parandaman. Let's take a look.
23-year-old Parandaman is elated. Just a week ago, he was mulling over his bleak future. But now he has a job in hand, and that too provided by none other than the Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, M.K. Stalin. Last week, NDTV Hindu had aired the story of Parandaman's failing quest to find a job despite possessing the right qualifications. Stalin immediately reacted to the story and offered Parandaman a job of his choice.
I suffered a lot, but last week when NDTV Hindu published my status in TV, the Deputy Chief Minister sir watched in TV and he suddenly reacted to the ad, and he suddenly sir has contacted me at the night time itself. He promised me to get the job to support my family. Thank you to the Deputy Chief Minister sir and to all the person who helped me a lot, and the NDTV Hindu for giving me this opportunity.
என் பையன் இந்த அளவுக்கு வந்து இவர்கிட்ட துணை முதலமைச்சர்கிட்ட வாங்கிட்டு நான் ரொம்ப பெருமைப்படுறேன் இருந்துக்குனேன். ஆனால் இந்த அளவுக்கு ஒரு நான் எதிர்பார்க்கல. அவருடைய கார்டு கிரேட் தான், கடவுளுடைய சித்தம் தான் இருந்துக்குனேன். அதுக்கு நான் ரொம்ப அவருக்கு நன்றி சொல்கிறேன்.
Parandaman has been appointed as a lecturer in Arunai Engineering College in Tiruvannamalai. The Deputy Chief Minister has promised to offer many such jobs to candidates if they are found worthy enough.
Deputy CM of Tamil Nadu is always taking effective and efficacious remedial measures to people of Tamil Nadu who are in need. Even recently, after watching NDTV Hindu, Deputy CM immediately contacted that person by name Mr. Parandaman and made arrangements for his appointment. And today, in person, he issued the appointment order to Mr. Parandaman.
With his career on the right track, Parandaman now only has one wish. He hopes to earn a PhD in biotechnology, which would help him give back to the society. In Chennai, with Krishnamurthy, Minal Shah, NDTV Hindu.
And well, what's special this Margary season? We'll bring you a sneak preview on the other side. Do keep watching.